What if I told you that a blockbuster launch doesn't start weeks before the book launches? It starts months before it. And in this video, I am going to share how you strategically can start building hype around your book so that when it launches, it will be a smashing success. There are secrets that we marketers and people who are indie authors know that you can leverage so that you give your book the best potential to reach its audience on launch day as possible. So 6 months before your book launches, you need to lay the foundations for your book. This means that you need to find who your target audience for the book is. This is such an important step. So when I launched my book, the 66-Day Writing Challenge, this book has a different audience from my book, The Library of Eternity. It has a hugely different audience, and I communicate in different ways to those audiences. So for example, for the 66-Day Writing Challenge, this has a target reader. I created a persona for this book, and a persona is a fictional person who is my target ideal reader. This is the person I speak to whenever I try to promote it or talk about it online. And my target ideal reader for the 66-Day Writing Challenge is a woman. She is in her mid-30s to 40s. She is a writer. Maybe she has written a book already, but she knows that she wants to continue writing and she wants to do it long term. And because of that, she has decided that she wants to create a consistent writing habit. So she wants to write regularly, preferably each and every single day. But right now she's in between projects and she doesn't know what to write because she hasn't created the outline for the next novel. And that's the perfect time to use this book because it has writing prompts for 66 days and it also has pages that you can write on. No, yeah, write on. And whilst doing that, you also create the foundation for a story if you want it to be, because you will go through and learn like themes and, characters and stuff like that. So I did a lot of work for this book and when it came to knowing who the target audience is. And the more you do this for your own books, the better you will get at creating content that will reach your target audience. And if you are traditionally published, you can ask your publisher, who is the ideal reader according to you? And ask them many questions so that you get to know them for real. Another thing that you should do this month is create an elevator pitch. Have some sort of pitch that you can say in less than 2 minutes about your book so that you can sell it to people who ask how it's going, and maybe even into bookstores and stuff like that. This is something you can start communicating right now. Last but not least, in the early phases, is that you need to lay the foundation of your author platform. So the author platform is where you show up as an author online. You need to have an author website with your author name. The reason why is because all of this is indexed into search engines, and your brand as an author, it's not who you are, it's how people who don't know you perceive you. So you having a website with your author name, that will make them perceive you as more of a professional person, a professional author. If you don't have a website, if you don't have social media, if you can't be found anywhere, then they won't think you're a professional. And maybe you can't even claim your author account on Goodreads. So start by having a website. It can be a one-pager, that's fine. But do this for you, for your career in the future. And after you've done that, you also need to decide which social media platform you're going to be active on. Or if you don't like social media, maybe it's a podcast. But you need to be somewhere where your target audience is on a regular basis. So if you write to an older audience, then maybe Facebook is the place that the social media that you should be on. And when I say be on, I want you to make a plan so that you can post continuously over time on this platform. I want you to learn the ins and outs. I want you to look at the data and see what works. So now you have time to start experimenting, start posting, see if it's video, if it's carousels, maybe it's text. What works, what gets you engagement, and what gets you more followers. So start doing this already right now, because you will thank me later. And if you don't know how to plan social media, and if you don't know how to do this, I've made a bunch of videos on how you can start creating posts and, you know, batch create, so that you don't have to spend each and every single day on your phone trying to, you know, invent the wheel again when you try to make funny post for social media. You shouldn't do that. You should batch create and create content in a smarter way. So once you're 3 months out, this is when you should start assembling your ARC team. And if you don't know what an ARC team is, it's advanced copy readers who will get to read your book for free before it launches, and they will start getting reviews out there about the book, because social proof is probably the best way to sell books. Because when I hear someone that I trust talking about a new book they've read and that they love, there are some accounts on social media that as soon as they say give a book a 5-star review, I will immediately go and buy it. I don't even have to, you know, read the blurb, because I know that they have the same taste as me and I trust them. And social proof can be like that. It's something that really can help your book and your marketing or author career. So try to assemble an ARC team already right now, and share, you know, make them feel special. Maybe you show them the cover before the real cover reveal, or maybe you show them sneak peeks. Share stuff with these people, because they will be your army when the book launches. And another thing that you can do right now is to start testing key elements. See which sort of hooks or tropes that readers react to and seem to like the most. So this is the experimentation phase, where you try different things to see what sticks. And this is also the time when you should have your cover reveal, because this, like, if you start showing your cover in advance, people will actually have a good memory of it when the book launches, and that will improve the chances of them actually buying it. So when there are 2 months to go, this is when you start building momentum, start building community. And if you have the opportunity, try to go be a guest on podcasts. Maybe you do guest posting on some other person's website or blog. Try to talk more and more about your book. Maybe you even do a press release here, so that people get to know that your book is coming and start talking about it. Also, I want you to run a pre-order campaign here. This is a great way for you to see how many people are interested, and also to build up some hype and tell them about when the release is. Also try to foster direct interactions. Maybe you'll hold a Q&A, maybe you'll hold live streams, or do like stickers in stories where they can ask questions. So the final month, you want to maximize everything. Maybe you use a countdown feature on social media. Show people behind the scenes what you're doing and working on. Share the story behind the book. This is the time when you can start posting a lot about your book. So, like, the closer you get to release, the more often you can post about it. But after a while, you have to like start posting about other stuff, because otherwise people will feel like you are bombarding them with your book. But try to build hype, share what the ARC readers are saying about it, and try to create momentum. This is also a great opportunity for you to start planning a release party. Maybe it's a small one, maybe it's a big one, but I do think that you deserve to celebrate your release, because writing a book is hard. Finishing it and actually getting it published, that's a huge thing. And it's amazing, and you should celebrate it in some way, either physically. Maybe you have a book launch party at a bookstore, or maybe you do it digitally and hold a live or whatever. And if you are running giveaways, I do think this is a great thing to do. Maybe do a Goodreads giveaway or a giveaway on social media, but you have to do it before the book launches, because people who are thinking about buying the book might not buy it if you have it after the book launch, because they think that maybe they can get it for free. So do remember that. So now your book is out there. After the book launches, you should go back and start looking at the data. Which kind of posts performed extra well? What kind of content, connected with the readers? Because now it's time for the long tail, and you should strategically try to plan a way so that you continuously can show up and talk about your book, but not only talk about your book, still talk about your writing process, still talk about what you are doing, like what you're working on for the future. But every now and then find a way to remind readers that your book exists, like I did today at the beginning of this video when I shared who my target reader is for the 66-day writing challenge. So that's all for today. I hope that this launch plan gave you anything. My name is Natalie. I'm an author and a marketing specialist who help authors market their book in a fun way. I will talk to you soon. Bye.